Okay, we're back at it again with the Mk2 Jetta. So today what I'm planning on doing is getting the water system, get that fully plumbed in, get all the hoses on, make the custom hoses for the front that fit to the rad. Then we can put some water in it. Then it's put the covers on the side of the engine, then fit the auxiliary belt, get the power steering all dialed in, because this is a factory power steering car. So literally the lines plumb straight into the 180T setup. It's super easy to do. So get the power steering in, auxiliary belt on, alternator working, charging the battery. There is an aircon pump in there, but it ain't attached to anything. It's not going to be attached to anything. Probably not going to ever put it in. I just don't want to have to. I'm not going to order the belt today. I'll just put a standard belt on it, run it till I get another belt, and then I'll take the AC pump off and run the other belts. The engine can run up to temperature, it'll make boost, it'll put the power, it's supposed to be, all the sensors will work, everything, that sort of thing that charges the battery. Then we can move inside the car, get all the internal stuff in the car working. I've got window wiper motor to fit, get the window wipers to clean the windows, make sure all the headlights work, make sure the indicators work, all that sort of stuff. Basically everything you need to pass an MOT, get all that done, and then we'll worry about tarting it up after it's on the road so we can use it. I've got a box, I don't know where I've put it, there's a box around here somewhere with coilovers in, so I might fit the coilovers today, seeing how we get on for time. While I'm inside doing the coilovers, I'll pull the spring and shock out, and I can clean the inside of the wheel wells and get them all cleaned up as well so they look as good as the rest of the underneath of the car. So, ignore the pliers that are propping the water system up. But we've got water in the system now. It's just circulating around all the rad. I have got a fan attached, but it's not wired in, so the fans will never kick in. More than anything, I just want to make sure the water gets around the full system and check that. Power steering fluid is now topped up. So if we cruise away over here, and put my finger right here. Oh yeah. So yeah, power steering done. I've just got to get the exciter for the alternator working, and then that means that we'll be able to charge the battery. So I'll do that next. So, everything is now plumbed up, water system, we've filled the system, we've got all the air out of the system, so that works. Just need to wire up the fan and get the fan running to keep the temps down. But it's got up to temperature, we've filled up the system with power steering fluid, the power steering now works and doesn't make a noise, which is good. And now it's just a matter of moving our way onto the inside and getting everything else sort of wired up. I've already started tidying all the wire and loom around here. I've got a route the ECU loom across the top here and down into the fuse box. The ECU will live up there somewhere. So yeah, not a lot of progress, but lots of pissing about. But that's how we have to go, because we've got to get some stuff done. So currently, although all the wiring is not finished, I'm just going to go on VADCOM and we are going on measuring blocks. I'm just going to hit go on these three. But the main one we're looking for is coolant temp, 73 degrees. And I've got a probe up there and a couple of relays. I'm going to use that to get the fans to run. How we love a 180 around here. Just started my car up, ready to go home. Another 180. Oh, this one's a PD. But if you look, there's the Jetta running away, ticking away nicely. Oh, and you hear that? The fans have kicked in. Let's turn my light on. The temp sensor kicks in at about 91 or 92 degrees. I know it's probably a bit cool, but it'll make sure it stays cold as ice. So, got the fans running inside the car, the fan works in the engine now. So this thing should get up to temperature and should produce heat inside the car. These need recovering so they actually work again. I'll probably get some dynamite or something like that to cover them up. And then I just need to work through window switches. I need to find the knob for that. Then I've got headlights to run through. Hazard lights. The hazard lights currently don't work. Probably relay related. And then I need to get all the dials on the dash sort of working. This is a bit broken here, but we won't worry about that. Just try and get, you know, everything to work on the dash. So we don't have main beam switch at the moment. We've got no coolant temperature sensor. We've got no battery voltage. We've got no oil pressure. We've got no fuel gauge, no tacho, and no speedo. So all these need attaching. Oh, yeah, there's temperature gauge at the top as well. So we'll work through them. So today on the Jetta, we're taking a break from some wiring and we're going to clean up the inside of these wheel arches. I've got new coilovers to replace them. The brakes are actually alright and the pads are alright. They just need cleaning up. I will eventually replace these for big brakes. But for now, we're just trying to get it on the road. So this will all get cleaned up in here. And then I've got that corner, the other corner, and the other corner to do. So let's get through that. So a bit of wishful thinking wasn't good enough. Tried a lot of heat, a lot of WD-40 to get the bleed nipple out, but that hasn't worked. So we're probably going to ditch these off because I have some 312mm discs and some TT 312mm brake calipers. So we're going to pull these off, put them discs on, and put some bigger calipers on while we're at it. So now we've got 312mm disc and 312mm caliper on. See, as a company that makes parts for cars and also runs a garage and a full-time breakers, we do stuff and then we forget we've even done it, and then come down the line to something like this. And you see this bracket here. We had these made. These are 6mm exactly spacers, and they sit behind the bolts and in between the caliper, so you can run 312mm caliper off a TT directly onto a Mark III front hub. So this is what you need. This is the bracket. We've obviously made these, never ever advertised them, never ever even fitted them really. I think the other Golf that we run has these on, but we've just never really, you know, pushed it, to be honest. But yeah, this is just another thing that's fallen to the sideline. But now the Jetta's got big brakes, I'm going to try and fit the big brakes on the rear as well, and then that way we can use the other brackets that we've made. But I'll let you know how that gets on. So this is a TT 312mm caliper that comes on every 225 180 brake. I'm pretty sure it even comes on the 150 brake as well. And then this is just a laser cut bracket that's 6mm. They place that over there, and then that will then directly bolt onto a Mark III GTI hub. So anyone running Mark III conversion, this is an easy brake upgrade where you just need a bracket and 2 bolts. Currently, the Jetta is sitting on some probably 5-year-old max speeding rod coilovers that look like absolute ass. They may come undone, but luckily for me, I was donated another set of coilovers. So let's get them out and stick them on. So these are the coilovers. These were given to me by a friend, Sam, who's got another. He's got a white Mark II Golf GTI with a 1.8 turbo in it. He upgraded his and he said I could have these. Not only is he a very good customer, he's a very cool guy in some very cool cars. So thanks, Sam. Let's get these put on the car. So these AP coilovers, they're so free. Twist them quite easily by hand, which is awesome, which means they're going to be dead easy to adjust. They're gas assisted shocks as well, so, and they work perfectly. So these will make a good addition to the Jetta. So okay, we've got AP Racing Coilover on. This brake line, I need to order a new one because that's way too long. But that's a TT 312mm disc and caliper on. So that's the front end, this side overhauled. Just got to do the other side, then the rears. So as for the back, we've got the same again. We've got the crusty, rusty max speed and rod coilovers. Pretty sure this corner's the one that's failed as well. And then we've got another set of brake calipers that are probably going to be seized up. I think I've got a big brake kit for the back of this somewhere. So the kit consists of a backing plate that gets bolted on behind the hub. Spindle comes through there like that. Then we have these. That's a spacer, so we can mount these on, these discs and those pads. Let's see how well this goes. Probably not the most choice wheel, these Calibras. Because it's a budget build, I am trying to cut some corners and save some money somewhere. I've got a lot in the works at the moment, and that's the reason why we're trying to do a lot of stuff on a budget. If it starts to come through, you'll be the first to know, because I'll do a YouTube video of what we're saving for and what we're actually trying to achieve. But that's for a later video. For now, we're just looking at the size of them 312mm calipers and discs inside these 17-inch wheels on a Mk2 Jetta. So really, with these 17s, I could actually fit the next size up brakes and go to 323mm with some 4-pots. So that probably will be the future. And then if we scoot across to the back here, we've still got the standard brake on, because I've got everything in my kit here bar the fucking spindles. So the spindles that go in the centre, I haven't got them. Must have used them for something else, another project. So they will have to wait till next time. But they should make a massive upgrade to the rear. And we've got our coilovers fitted all round. So it's now on AP Racing coilovers. So we ditched these 200. Actually, should have measured them. I'll get a measuring tape in a minute and I'll measure that, see what size they were. And they're the disgusting coilovers that were on it. So we'll just, we're trying to do stuff one-handed. So we're at 280mm exactly they are. And we've moved to 312mm, so we've gained 32mm, which is actually quite a lot for a jump up for brakes. These are nowhere near as big as my 264mm on my TT, but they will definitely do for stopping a Jetta. And if I can get the backs to 256mm, that'll be good. So with the new coilovers on and 17s on, sits reasonably low. Probably a bit too much camber at the back there. Yeah. The sump sits super low. I've smashed plenty of sumps on Mk2s, so I'll probably end up putting a shallow sump on that. But yeah, same time now. So, a little tiny bit closer. Every time I want to come and work on this, I end up doing about 2 hours of work, 3 hours of dealing with customers or going to find somewhere or sorting parts out. So once again, not had a full day on it, but getting the little jobs done. As far as it goes now, everything inside sort of works. The fans and everything, I just need to find some of the switches because there's some switches missing, order the spindles for the rear, and then put the window wiper motor back in. We get the window wipers working. But yeah, nearly done.